Hey there folks, this is GreenyXI welcoming you right back to Let's Play Higurashi. This is episode 161. In the last episode we wrapped up the whole of this Massacre arc, or what's it called? Higurashi? I don't learn them by the Japanese names, but and we saw exactly how Rika's big fight went with her friends. So so that's all done. But today I want to go for the tip that unlocked at the end of it first, and then on to the staff room, which is going to be the bonus content. The tip is actually probably going to be pretty crucial, I would imagine. We'll see. A few tips. Let's have a little look. Where's it to? There it is. This fragment's end. Yeah, going by that is going to be pretty important. I guess Rika finally managed to assemble all the pieces to her puzzle, but we don't know yet if her memories will pass on to her next life. Rika always loses the memory of her death. I don't know if she can retain the memories of what she's discovered. What did you think? Did you have fun? Once you find out the answers, collecting them isn't so fun anymore. You don't agree? I see. You still might find something different by examining some old fragments. After all, the time we have here is endless. We have to find something to play with, because there's nothing to do here. For me, playing with these fragments stops being fun when I find out what's inside. Well, if you can tell me how to have fun with them, even so, that makes you pretty smart. What? You want to know what I play with? I don't play, I'm just killing time. I like to imagine what Rika could have done in order to achieve the future she hopes for. I like to imagine a world that would have been happy for all of them. You found out how these worlds are set up by looking at the previous ones, right? I like to analyse what would need to change in order for Rika to win against Takano. You want to see what's on my mind? Too bad. I'm not showing that to you. In that world, Rika and her friends survived their struggle and broke through the fate of June 1983. It's just my imagination, it's not for me to share with you. I'm sure the world that Rika is about to create is better than anything in my imagination, even if she's stuck on June 19th, 1983. I'm sure this now-ended world will remain one of Rika's brightest fragments either way. It was her best shot that we've seen. No matter how much she struggles, if she actually overcomes her fate, it will be the most brilliant fragment of her story. I'm sure the life Rika lives makes for a better story than my boring imagination. You want to know what happened to Rika? She made a decision to redo her life once again with Hanyu. She's trying to live her life with all her might. That's what she learned from this world. Her next life has already begun. I do wonder what that life is like. I'm going there now to check. Do you want to come with me? It's not actually going to show. Is it going to be like hints of the next arc? Oh no. Achievement unlocked, Detective Higurashi. There we go. So, that was taunting. Here's the next arc. Oh no, no it's not. You can wait. Anyway, staff room. Hey, this is Ryukishi07. Thank you for playing Higurashi When They Cry Kai Chapter 7 Higurashi. This time around, the scenario was almost like the answer page in a book of riddles. Yeah, it pieced together so much. Or maybe this scenario was like a side dish we enjoyed alongside all the scenarios up to now. You can take it how you like. I just hope you enjoyed it. I was very nervous about releasing this scenario, because a mystery is only good when it's still a mystery. The scenario marks the end of that mystery. To be honest, I didn't want to release this chapter for a while. However, way too many similar stories are being published with no answers at all. A book of riddles means nothing if there's no answer page in the back. True. Coming up with an answer when you have no way to see if it's right or not is a little sad, I think. If there are no answers, you can't get any joy out of reading a book of riddles. I regret to see that there are way too many stories out there that don't offer this kind of joy. That's why I decided to release something that you can compare your answer to for this series. Since this world had a rather irregular presentation, there may not have been many people who reached what might be called the right answer. But it's not really about whether your answer was right or wrong. It's much more about how many questions you raised when reading the story and how many answers you were able to find. To be honest, when I read a mystery, or play a mystery, or watch a mystery, whatever, I tend not to think about it too much. I just tend to have the answers given to me as they go instead of questioning everything. Maybe that's wrong when you're watching a mystery or experiencing a mystery, but I don't tend to try and figure it out as I go along. If I notice something by accident, then is there. Anyway, let's go. Thank you all very much for the solutions you've sent me. They were all wonderful theories, and some were thought out so much more than the actual story that I frequently thought about making them the right answer. Also, your support has given me courage to finish writing the 7th chapter of the series. Thank you very much for supporting Higurashi. Finally, I would like to apologise about how I portrayed the Child Consultation Centre. I don't know what it was like in 1983, but child consultation centres are not mean places like I depicted in my story. They were shown as a bigger villain than even Takano in some ways. It made the characters look so unfeeling, but in reality, the government today is the #1 hero for us civilians. In fact, those involved with child welfare and youth education are all extremely passionate and selflessly devoted people. I wonder if they were told to do this by the government. I wonder if he was. I'm sorry for giving them such a negative image in this chapter. The next chapter... Oh, don't do it. Matsuri Bayashi, I'm going to go with that. It's going to be the last one of the series. No! It's going to be the last arc. Or at least the last plot arc. I'm overwhelmed by the pressure of writing the last chapter of Higurashi When They Cry, which turned out to be such a long story. I hope you'll continue your kind support. Thank you all very much. 7th expansion. Ryukishi 07. Hey. Oh, I loved it. I loved this arc. Mostly. And this last achievement, Minagurashi staff room. Makes sense. So, that's it. That is it for Higurashi for another God knows how long until he releases the last proper arc. We will be carrying on with any side arcs that get released as well. If they do come to Steam, God knows what his plans are. I'll try and do a bit of research and hopefully I have someone who can help me know if they're actually coming to Steam or not. But we'll find that out by the time the next arc comes out and we can have a talk about it then, can't we? So, this has been Greeny XI. I hope you've enjoyed Higurashi so far. More to come. An amazing last arc to come. I'll see you again in a bit with... I'm not quite sure what's coming next. I think I'm very, very excited for one series that I'm about to make, but I've already made one mini-series as well, so maybe that'll fill in the sort of production gap I have for the actual new bigger series. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I think it's going to be a series that I love, and one that recently got a remake. So, that's probably a pretty big hint, actually. So, thanks again for watching, folks. I'll see you again in a bit.